Alright, welcome to another video, guys. Today I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna take a break from the transmission. But yeah, today when I've pulled out the transmission, I've seen that pull this out of the way, pop it over there. The drive shaft is leaking grease. I suspect that I may have a leaking boot, so I'm gonna clean this up and yeah, just go and remove some of these remove this boot really. So I'll do that. So I'll start by just removing I want to use that. So the idea is to remove it from this side. So I'm going to split it here. I'll have to remove the cover, remove the retainer clips here. Also, I'll just use a flathead screwdriver and just get it open. I just want to clean it up a bit. I did notice a bit of grease before underneath the car, but I didn't think too much of it. But since I've got the transmission out and it's easy to get to this, I ordered a brand new boot set and I'm just going to rebuild it. So I'll do that, and I'll start by taking off the clips and come back. I'm just going to use a plain old flathead screwdriver. Alrighty, so this is quite the greasy work, but I've got it all apart here, and VW drive shafts are really strong, so really well made. So if the boot isn't too far gone and you haven't scored the bearings too much, then just grab a rubber boot and rebuild it. So the idea now is what I'm going to do here, I am going to get a rubber mallet and just hammer this off so that I can get those wheel bearings off. Well, not wheel bearings, but those bearings. So I'll do that. I'm just going to hit the sides here until it drops, and then yeah, show you what that looks like. So, and then after that we can then slide this rubber boot off. Alright, I'll do that now. Got that off relatively easy. Rubber mallet. I was just hitting the sides until it dropped down, and once it's down you can just then clean it up, and then what we're going to do is take these we're going to have to take these bearings up, I think last time, and if you take one off, it's relatively it'll get easier to remove the top bit. Now let me just have a look to see if I can remember what I did the first time. Okay, I think the top has to slide off somehow. I might need a tool. Where's my, like a circlip tool from memory? Let's have a look. Yep. So I need a circlip tool. Found it after all that. So as I'm pushing in, it's going to pull it out. I'll push it out. And the idea is to get into this area here where there's a can't really see it. Clean it up a bit. There you go, that's a bit better. So on this side here, there's a circlip opening there. Around it, there's the actual locking clip. I'm gonna get my tool in there, pry it open, so I can get the circlip off. Make sure it doesn't bounce around everywhere, because the last thing you want to do is lose that circlip, and yeah, it's just going to delay your project. So I'll get that open and yeah, tell you what struggles I went through. Alrighty, that's what it looks like. Right, so I'm going to hold on to that, and that was on top of this. Again, I'm going to get the rubber mallet and just hammer this off so that I can slide the rest of the boot out. So I can either pull this boot all the way up to give me a bit more room, but I'm just going to hammer it down and just let it drop. So in the end, as I remembered, I had to take these little bearing pieces off, and if you just use a rubber mallet and hit it, it'll just pop off really easy. It just pops on and off. And then you really got to get some light taps around, so it sits like that afterwards, right? And you got to tap it around 1, 2, 3, and then it'll start to come off, pull off, and then drop down. So that's it. So you got that. Is held on by the circlip, and the bearings sit on the 3 little knobs, and that sits on the bearings. That's it. Now you've got all the space to work on. Now I'm going to pull the rubber off, put the new rubber on, and then seal it up with some grease. So start by taking the rubber boot off now. Alright, that old boot is off. Yep, there it is. That's the old stuff there. I'm going to bin that, and inside the packaging there's the new bit. Make sure this goes on first. Yep, make sure that goes on first. So a little side on, and the big side for the opening side here. Before you seal it up, you're going to have to fill it with this grease packet. So I'll get everything all prepped up, ready to go. Alright, that's prepped and ready to go. Boots on, the clips are on. So now I have to reassemble what I've taken apart. So let's start by getting this little piece here, whatever it's called. I'm going to hammer that back on to the top. Then I'm going to put the bearings on next. So let's hammer this part on and chuck the circlip on. Alright, so I just finished hammering that piece on. Alright, make sure there's a gap like that. And now we're going to put the circlip on there. That's going to be fun. Right, that was a piece of cake. So that's on. I just used my fingers and pushed it on. So that's on there, solid. Gonna pop the bearings back on. I'll show you how easy it is. Just pop it on. I might have to use my mallet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I think a few love taps. We'll do that now and show you. Love taps, and they're back on. So you don't really want to clean this with brake cleaner or anything like that and stuff up the bearings, because it is a sealed bearing unit. So now we're going to hammer this baby back on like that. Before I make this mistake, I'm going to fill the boot with some grease, just like that. Squeeze, squeeze. And then I'm going to hammer this in to really seal the deal. So grease first, and then the other part of the cup side of the drive shaft. Righty, so that's squeezed on. I'm not going to lather it in or anything like that. I'll wait until the cup's back on again. So now it's a case of getting this bad boy on. Hammer, hammer, hammer time. That's on. After I hammered it, I'm going to make sure, yep, so there's enough space there. Yeah, I'm just going to seal the deal here, I think. See what I can do. Alrighty, so I'm going to seal the deal with these Bulldog clippy pressy thingies, and I'm just going to tighten it up by pressing it in. Hopefully I don't mess this up. but I'm going to have to use 2 hands for this. So I have sealed it with the one-time use clips, and that's pretty much it. So that cost me $30, $35 all up. eBay sent it to me today, and I did it in about 30 minutes. So no dramas there at all. So that's ready to be reinstalled. So I'll leave that there, and when I put the gearbox in, I will put the drive shafts back in. Thank you everyone for watching, and if I've made a mistake anywhere, do apologise. Don't know if this is going to work for you. It worked for me, so that's what I did, and that's, yeah, running all good. So see you guys in the next video.